Okay, we're going to dive deeper into some guidelines for success and talk a little bit more in depth about the criteria that we discussed in the previous video. So I'm going to go over several guidelines, starting with the first one, which is the size of your potential audience. So you want to make sure that whatever niche you go into, you are identifying something that has a considerably large audience. We're going to look at how to identify audience size in some subsequent modules, but one metric that I like to recommend using is Facebook. How many fans, how many people are interested in this topic? You can identify those numbers on Facebook. And, if we're looking at a niche that has, let's say, 1 million plus enthusiasts, that's a great place to start. So you really want to focus on a niche that has large numbers so that you can consistently bring in new customers and you're not going to struggle finding people who are a good fit for what you're offering. All right, number 2 is that you want to make sure that you have plenty of products that you can sell. So having lots of products in that particular area, the topic niche, is really important, because if you're going to develop an audience, if you're going to bring buyers into your store, as we've discussed before, one of the best ways to continue making more money is selling more things to established customers. So you want to have a wide range of products, of offerings that you can put in front of proven buyers, people who have come into your store, they've bought something from you, you can go back to them and make additional offers. So you want to find a niche that has plenty of products. Things like jewelry. You can find tons of different jewelry, or we've been talking about fishing, for example. That's another area where there's an endless stream of supplies that people might need. So lots of products is another criteria that's really important, and you want to make sure that you can find lots of different things that you can sell. All right, guideline for success number 3 is that you want to go into a proven buyer's market. So what is a proven buyer's market? Well, here are some examples. Pets. Now, I wouldn't say pets in general. That's a little too broad, a little too generic. But dog lovers, cat lovers, or specific dog breeds, right? That's a great place to focus. Golf or other activities that people are interested in, other sports, particularly sports that people need to amass a lot of equipment. And, fishing is another good example where you need to buy stuff to actually engage in that activity. Cooking is another place, whether you're selling pots and pans or recipes, or you're selling, cool devices to do weird things in the kitchen, like, specialty items like sous vide cookers or garlic mashers or something like that, right? There's all sorts of opportunities, but you want to make sure that wherever you're going, that there are a ton of buyers and that you can prove that to yourself, at least, that there's a buyer's market, that there are people who are wanting to consume this. One of the ways that we do this is looking at other sites that are selling these things already and looking for evidence that demonstrates that there are people who are buying in large numbers. And I'll show you how to do that in our next video. Okay, guideline number 4 is that you want to have the ability to have repeat buyers. Now, we talked about this a few slides back when I said have lots of different products to sell, because you can get your buyers to come back and buy some more. So having repeat buyers in a niche is important. So if you're going into a niche and it's a one and done type investment, it's probably not a good niche for you to be in. You want to be in a place where people are coming back for more. I often think of consumable goods, things that people use up and have to replenish. That's a great place to get repeat buyers. So whether it's food or it's thing like project related items. We talked about fishing before, where people might have equipment that they need to replenish. there's lots of different places where you can guarantee that there are going to be repeat buyers. All right, guideline number 5 is something that is really, really important, because if you don't have this in place, it's going to be very, very hard to market. And that's an easily identifiable audience. So you want to have the ability to find people who are passionate and enthusiastic about what it is that you are offering in your store. And if it's something that is a little, sketchy, say, that people are aspirational about doing something, but you can't necessarily identify them because they're not actively doing it, like people who want to, find a job, or who want to overcome a fear, that's not a really easily identifiable market. However, as this picture, suggests, a yoga enthusiast, well, that's a pretty easy market to identify. You can find individuals, and tons of them. And so you want to go into a niche that it's going to be easy to identify who you're going after, so that you have the ability to target them through whatever advertising means you're engaging in, and communicate with them effectively about something that they have demonstrated a passion about. All right, let's move on to guideline number 6, which is that you want to go into something where there's plenty of opportunities to get people to share your stuff, right? So being passionate about a topic, and we've talked about the importance of having a passionate community, a passionate audience out there, that's one thing. But it also needs to be something that is not taboo to publicly discuss, right? So I'll give you an example. Maybe you can sell relief for embarrassing health-related issues. How many people are likely to share enthusiastically on Instagram that they had success with the products that they bought from you? So maybe we want to not focus in an area where people are uncomfortable or embarrassed about making a purchase from you, but are excited and want to share what they bought. So again, think about the viral opportunities to get the customers that you establish to share what they've just bought from you, or even what they've had success with or fun with because they bought it from you. All right, let's move on to guideline number 7. This is our final guideline for success, and that's that an audience takes pride in their passion. Now, this goes hand in hand with the previous slide where you're thinking about viral opportunities. This is really something that you want to make sure people are excited, proud to be associated with what it is that you're doing. Why? Well, a few reasons. First of all, whenever you communicate with them, it reestablishes their interest and their excitement around this particular niche, this subject, this passion of theirs, and it reminds them that they want to invest further in it. It also gives you plenty of opportunity to get them to be a brand ambassador for you, for example, sharing things on social media or inviting people to join your email list and they get a discount, all sorts of other things. But if they are proud to be associated with the niche that you are in, you can leverage that in all sorts of different ways. All right, I will see you in the next video where we're going to discuss some different research tools where you can identify both products as well as audiences.